I would like to think that the right amount of love is in my life, but no amount of love from anybody is going to be going anywhere if we don't love ourselves. We've all heard that, but see, the main thing is what we really want, what people really want, narcissists, in case you're listening, is we don't, in general, human beings do not want people to love them. They want people to support the love that they have for themselves. And see, the thing is narcissists don't love themselves. They have self-loathing, and they hate themselves. They have a very, very false sense of like, they are very proud people, right? It's very surface. See, they could not hold anything of a value of a self that they can even validate unless they get a reflection from somebody else. And I know that that sounds perfectly human, but the opposite is true. It's perfectly human to be able to be alone. The saying goes, love knows how to be alone. See, in my life, I have an autobiography, and I can get into the profound feelings that I had and how that I dealt with some things. But what was always kind of, it's kind of like we have our inner wonder, I guess, and the themes that would come up. And one of them was is the people things. Like, see, I was always deep off into doing something in my room, in my studio. I had some recording machines, ghetto blasters that played tapes and recorded at the same time. They called it ghetto blasters. And when the time when the music was booming in a boom box, and but then see, I'm playing music. I was very much involved in my music. People that were around me, and even like say next door, they heard my music all day long. I practiced by myself, and that was something that I did very naturally. And the main worry that would come up is, see, it comes along with school, right? Is that there's a lot of interaction with people, and see, the main thing, especially like getting involved with, like, say, if you're going to do the peer pressure thing, and you're going to have to get a boyfriend, right? By that time, right then and there, I'm thinking, no way, it's bad enough that there's a distraction of people, but now there's this take up. It's like a taking you up, or something where it's like, what is this illusion that we're doing? I have something that I enjoy, and the thing is that the possibility is that you can find your friend. Like, I found an Aquarius friend with the Venus and Mars conjunct in Capricorn, trine my Venus at the late degree, and we really grooved. We had a great time. See, he liked to record things too, and he played music, so we did a little of that, and we laughed a lot together, right? So that's possible to share who we are. But what I was doing was sharing my accumulation of all I was that I had done for myself. That was what became of me there, and what I was able to share. What I did when I was alone. And to me, see, I began to get this. Thanks for listening to this. I didn't want to post any more videos, but there's something else I wanted to say, but sorry about the interruption too. Aries rising will tend to do that. No, I just remember thinking that for sure. No, I was very paranoid of missing alone time. Literally, I was like, no, what if I'm taken up by this illusion, like, of seems so, like, I'm not really um taken in or enthralled by the illusion of the other. I'm thinking, are you working on your shit? Because it's the same for me that it is for you, or it's the same for you that it is for me, or something like that. It's like, well, what's the wonder about each other? It's like, hello, hello. Did you drink your water today? Did you have something to eat? Okay. I mean, now my autobiography really, yeah, and everybody's does at some point, and I would love to share it for $50. I'll open up a Patreon account, and you can listen to my particular one story. It's just $50. Sorry. About how did I manage after having, because I did. This joke right here is worth $2.50. I only want 417 people to send me $2.50. Do the math on your calculator and drop your jaw. I'm not asking for much. And I can give a lot more after that. Boy, I love giving money away. That's what it's here for. Getting back to this joke, I know it's not a joke, but really I want to talk about my personal life. Because I remember the first time I had sex. It was amazing. All I can think of is, I wonder what this is going to be like, to try this with somebody. That's a WC. I don't even know if you know who W.C. Fields is, and you don't want to know. All of the actors and stuff, and even the new actors right now and everything, they're all putrid, fucking gluttonous. Talk about narcissistic. Nobody there, unless there's somebody there, and now they're just animating, and then they turn off. And then now they're animating, and then they turn off. And now they're, right? And the thing is it's like a cult. Because they are, they are like programmed to hollow out perfectly confident, independent, autonomic, whatever you call it, people, and turn them into the kind that just, when you show up, you know what I mean? They just mirror. They need that reflection not every single day, like just a little bit every minute of every single day. And that's when you know there's a narcissist. They're like, fuck it. It's masked, they're very busy, busy, busy people. And of course, hey, let's do the money thing. They'll find plenty of things to try to do. There's many ways to make the money, right? And I'm bagging on people. No, really, yeah. I have yet to try to just like make money just for the sake of making money. And see, I like to make inspiration. I like to make people inspired and to want to do something for themselves in the same way as like, did you do it yet? Or did you go to the backwoods and skin a squirrel and make a soup? I'm just kidding. Good God, let your boyfriend do that for you. And don't eat a squirrel. I've never eaten a rodent. I know that there's rabbits, and people eat rabbits. There's a rabbit stew or something. That's a common thing. Nope, I have not ever eaten a rabbit in my life. How about you? Comment section down below. What else? Alligator? Have you eaten an alligator? Some people do that all the time. Something that I don't even want to tell you. But for $19.99, and if I get enough, like if I get 19 people that give me $19.19, I'll tell you what I ate that is unusual. It's like, oh, really? See, because I don't want to tell you right now, but it might be worth it to you, especially. Yeah. But otherwise, we can turn into an avatar. Like I said, we can turn into a cartoon version. That's what I think that should be happening on everybody's Facebook. They should understand how to use it, and then now somebody wants to get to you, right? Is it you because you're a content creator? It might be something like amazing. See, I tend to attract the trippiest people because I do think very deeply, and I can actually write more than 5 vocabulary words. And I'm not really that good. Really, my mom is good. My dad is good. They actually wrote for articles, but and newspaper articles. My dad didn't anyway, but my mom wrote a lot too. My grandma is. These people, the background that I have when it comes to maintaining the English dialect, I guess, and the reason why you would even read those. See, that was weeded out. See, it's not Stephen King. It's not just for the sake of just getting lost and making your mind. Although, no, yeah, of course. But see, my parents had a knack after a while of handing you a book at random, written by an enlightened person. Like a book written by Krishnamurti or Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh or Maharaji or Baba Ram Das, or we even drove out, see, to the desert in Lone Pine, California. It was one stormy night that my dad loaded me and my brother into the back of the Camaro, two-door coupe, and it was storming. I remember it was scary. I thought that there was like dinosaurs outside. I was really scared because I heard the thunder was happening. The palm trees were shaking. It's time to go to Lone Pine. And he drove all night. And it's like, man, this guy's doing this. And he was meeting a philosopher, I guess. He wrote a book called Pathways Through to Space. I happen to have that book right there. And yeah, I adopted that saying, the pathways through to space. And I don't know what the hell it means, particularly for him, but it might be the same thing. If you read some of his stuff, there's this one poem. I mean, I only read like 2 pages in here, but there's a couple of them. And it's like, oh God, see, you'll be that way though. See, if you're treating books and TV the right way, you kind of keep it at bay. You're like, whatever. But when it comes to a good book like this, everyone see, I have yet to read some things. It's like, Shauna, all you need to do is read these like 3 other poems he wrote, and you're gonna drop everything and go to the place of your fucking dreams. Pretty much, right? Because it's a pathway through to space, for God's sakes. And what is space, right? God, I love to talk about all this. I want to feel better. See, I feel better doing this. You'll see a transformation. I want to get rid of all my illness and by doing what brings me joy. I'm a motivational speaker. You don't have a Mercury conjunct Uranus at late degree Libra. Uranus, Mercury, 26, 28. Pluto over there trying to fuck with me bad. I'm actually making these videos because it's like, well, I just turned 50. And we don't know how long we're going to live here. Really, some people could drop dead like overnight, right? They could have an aneurysm, shit can go on. So I'm here for you guys as long as I can, I don't waste my time or anybody's time. I say that a lot to some people. Where I'm at, I would love to tell you the story. I'm very isolated, and that's why I'm trying to get social media to work for somebody like me. I don't like making myself vulnerable, telling fucking a possible 5 million trillion people that I'm completely isolated here, and that's why. That you don't know, babe. I have every weapon cocked and ready, and I'm not talking about heavy artillery like metals and stuff. I don't want to mention here, but I am the higher octave of love fully embodied, and that's my protection system. I'm in full contact with spirit, and it's some. I really wanted to make this video about the spiritual warfare that's happening. That okay, let's switch over, Shauna Sci-Fi, and listen to what I'm about to say. I'm gonna get into this character. I play. What do I play? What do you think I play here? Am I a good witch or a bad witch? See. See, there's kind of a battle between these. There's a spiritual warfare, and there's the devil and God. Is that what's happening? Something like that? So then I tend to side up with the God thing. I do. Yeah. And that's, you want to talk about what's more dangerous? That's it. That's why I see, they go with the winner. You've got to be smart. Go with the winner. Find out what actually works and then go there. True power is the truth. That damn thing. Thank you, by the way, whoever sends me my chalkboard. I can give them a big fat kiss and start trying to open up and say, the real word that sheep know about, would know in the word truth. There's a couple things we can do there with it. It's important to use your imagination, go as far as you can with it, in a healthy way. In a healthy way. Are you with the truth alone? What are you working with? There's a you. Spelled EWE, Double U? Maybe, isn't it the double V? I wouldn't go into this unless it rhymed, and then I'll try to keep a certain kind of thing timed. Because I did meet Dr. Seuss, and by the way, his real name is Dr. Use. He was disenfranchised because, um, well, first of all, that talk about dangerous. He was, he was drawing off the same thing that I know, and you can know too, about the reversed universe. Very peculiar, but I don't think he got anywhere that well, we met up later on, well, along with a lot of people. By the way, I met up with the full-on alliances up there. They are appalled about what's happening here. Even of course, Dr. Seuss, but he didn't know. He didn't know about the uppercase mandatory. Vowels should be up in uppercase, and you never start a sentence in lowercase consonants. And the R reverse rule, that was huge. And I'll never forget that night. I made videos when I first came back from an experience that I've never had an experience like that in my life. That's why I recorded what afterwards. I was like, okay, where did I just go? I was holding my phone. I was like, where was I? Where did I just go? I was taken. See, I want to make a video about it, and this one will be for my people who really want to hear me. I would love to be able to organize myself enough to go on Patreon and say, look, this is my content right here. If you want to pay for the story that I want to tell you, um, for one, I'm a motivational speaker, and so I'll make my voice as soft as lavender toilet paper. Sorry, and I guess is that a good thing to say or bad? I don't know. But no, I want to get my story out. I want it to be condensed, and I want to share every bit of it. I want to share my fucking autobiography because stuff is going on, and I'm like, "Oh, can I tell my story about something? Because it's kind of like, okay, my chart says that you should write a few books because if you want to make some money, people will pay for it, won't they? Yeah, there's a lot of people on Facebook who already said, no, I would buy your book. Do it. I'm like, oh, would you stop waiting for people to jump through a hoop just to give them money? Try this. Be forgiving. Give them some money and then watch them jump through some hoops.